Good day, second year English literature students. And today we are going to do an essay by G.K. Chesterton. The title of the essay is On the Pleasures of No Longer Being Very Young. You must find this essay, the title of the essay, a little bit strange because generally authors write on the pleasures of youth, write on the pleasures of young age, because young age is considered to be the best phase of life, the best part of life. But generally we neglect the pleasures of old age. We neglect the real advantages of old age. So, this essay is a very important one which analyzes all the pleasures of old age in such a manner which we have not thought before. On the pleasures of no longer being very young, in his essay, he says that the advantages of old age are such advantages which we generally either overstate or understate. So, with the help of humor, paradox, and frequent references, allusions, he explains that getting old is a universal experience. We all know that we all will get old someday. And this experience can tell us the relevance of traditions in the ever changing modern world. Actually, what happens that generally we say that either a person who grows old, he grows mature, he grows wise, but he says that nobody grows wise in old age. Your wisdom does not grow, your experience may grow. So, this experience can tell us the relevance of traditions in the ever changing modern world. This essay was written after the Great Economic Depression in 1930s, when the new industrial economies have completely collapsed and modern man had learnt a lesson of being too proud of his knowledge. Now, in the first paragraph, he says that people look at the advantages of old age in a very sentimental way. All old men are supposed to be happy and kind like Santa Claus, and they think that they will grow wise like the great classical figure Nestor. So, young people do not believe that old age is actually enjoyable, but old age is the time to be openly adventurous and romantic. Sometimes we find that old people, they retain their childish innocence and they are more adventurous. So they know that they are not aware of many new things, but they are happy in their fool's paradise as they can go on bearing new things. And the essay says that the real advantages or the real benefits of old age appear to be comic contradiction. How contradiction? Because we think something else and the fact is something else. People feel that many things seem to be growing younger. What is that contradiction? That when the old person is nearing his death, many things are coming to life. Many things are coming to life means many traditions, many sayings, they are coming to life. How they are coming to life? Because old people, they begin to realize that these old traditions have survived till date because they were worth survival, because they had some metal in them. So so, young people think that the traditions and customs are outdated and useless. But old people, with their experience, they know and they realize that traditions are not outdated. They are practically useful. So, they have continued to survive through centuries. So, only old people can realize that traditions and customs which are surviving till today, they are surviving because they have some grounded truth in them. So, uh, so they have continued to survive through centuries because they really have some worthwhile in them. So the writer presents the wordplay. He says, traditions are true and therefore alive. Indeed, a tradition is not even traditional except when it is alive. I unquote. Proverbs are repeatedly used because they are practical. In our lives, also, we see that there are many proverbs which we have been hearing and hearing since our childhood. We say that pride hath a fall, but we don't realize its worth until and unless we experience any a proud person having his decline or fall. So we need experience, and how experience will come? Through age. So that is why old people, they realize the worth of these sayings more than the young people. The traditions are best understood in old age, because old is the second childhood. In old age, one can understand the meaning, real meaning of everything. Then in the next stanza he says that Proverbs and the human history offers us practical wisdom, but people fail to understand that wisdom. And who are the people who understand that practical wisdom? The people who are old, not the young ones, because young ones have seen nothing else to contrast it with their present situation. And old people have seen two worlds, modern world and the ancient world. So they have something to compare with, something to contrast with. They have the background. And the economic depression represents the failure of modern industrial world. It could have been avoided if people remembered the old lessons given by many proverbs. Many proverbs say that fortune is fickle, but everybody thinks that the proverb will not apply on me, it will apply on my neighbor. So it could have been avoided if people remembered the old lessons given by many proverbs. It is always said that the luck, tried money are all temporary. This has been the proverb by the downfall of emperors like Napoleon, Alexander, and the great Roman, but modern man does not learn anything from these examples. We gain a lot of degrees, but we really don't gain any knowledge out of it. We learn history, we study history, but we don't learn from history. And what is learning from history? That we should not repeat the mistakes which people have committed. For the writer, witnessing the economic depression is to see the dead proverb come alive. Now, what do you mean by seeing the dead proverb come alive? Young people think that all these sayings, all these proverbs are dead, because they have been repeatedly hearing to those proverbs and they see no meaning in it. But old people realize life in them. How they realize life in them? They realize that these proverbs are surviving because they have some practical knowledge in it. So he says, I quote, even as we are dying, the whole world is coming to life. So when a person is nearing his death, many traditions, many sayings, many customs, and many proverbs and idioms, they are coming to life because he is now beginning to see significance, to see meaning in those proverbs. Now, another paradox showed in this essay is that he says it is not the young people who realize the new world. See how paradoxical this statement is. It is not the young people who realize the new world, it is the old people. As I told you before, why it is the old people who realize the new world? Because they have seen old world, and because they are experiencing the new world also. They have something as a background against which they can compare the new world, against which they can contrast the new world. Because the young people don't understand the newness of new things, because they have never experienced the old things. For example, I say we had that large TV 5 years ago, and now we have LED TVs. The children who will be born now, when they grow up, they have seen only the LED TV. They don't know that box type TV. And we know that we have seen the box type TV and we have seen the LED TV also. We have seen two things, so we can compare the newness of the any novel thing, any new thing. But those people who have seen only the new thing, they don't have the experience of the old thing to compare to. So they can't differentiate between the old and the new. The writer gives an interesting analogy. We cannot feel the rotation of the earth because we have never experienced a situation when the earth did not rotate. The earth is rotating even when I am delivering this lecture, even when you are listening to my lecture, the earth is rotating. And we don't realize it because we have born into this rotating world only. But someday, if the earth stops rotating, we will experience the change. And why we can't feel the rotation? Because we have never experienced a situation when the earth did not rotate. If the earth stops suddenly, it stops moving in the opposite direction or it stops, then only we will understand how it feels when the earth rotates. So we don't realize things naturally, we realize when something different happens. This essay on the pleasures of no longer being very young, it also discusses the eternal conflict between the old and the new form of realistic and practical point of view. He presents a practical advantage of getting old. The tone is scholarly, and as the writer proves his arguments with the classical, biblical, historical, and literary allusions, he points out many funny details of common life. Paradox and wordplay bring gentle humor to the essay, and this essay can be understood as a defense of the gravity and validity of the old. So many proverbs we have been writing in order to improve our writing. Pride hath a fall, fortune is fickle, and so many other things. Simplicity is the best policy. We have been reading them repeatedly for thousand number of time, and we have been writing them, but we experience life in them when we grow old. Why? Because when we grow old, we have seen a lot of situations when these proverbs have come true. So that is why it is said that old people, you must have noticed that your grandparents, they are more traditional. They give you reasons that why you should follow this tradition, why you should follow this custom. And we sometimes feel irritated that why these old people are forcing us to do so and do that and do that. Because those people they have experienced the reality, the worth of that saying, the worth of the traditions. So, this essay is also filled with humor, and it has a lot of references, it says a lot of anecdotes, and a very well written essay in which he analyzes the real advantages of old age. So he says it is not so that when young age is over, everything is over. No, old people are rich with experiences. They are rich with knowledge and wisdom because they have seen the contrasts. They can tell what is new because they have seen the old thing also. And sometimes the old people laugh when they see that old fashions coming along again. For example, you find bell bottoms a new fashion. But when you will show it to your grandmother, she will laugh and say that we used to wear bell bottoms when we were young children. So you will be surprised that, oh, your grandmother already knows because she has seen the fashions come and go, because she has got the experience of the age. So there are a lot of things which the young people no doubt are more energetic, they are more enthusiastic physically, but old people are more experienced because they have seen a lot of situations in their life. They have seen a lot of situations in which the proverbs come alive, in which the traditions come alive. So, thank you very much, and in the next session, we will do another essay. Thank you.